Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I'm gonna be covering up for Adriana. She went missing, so I'll be your new host for today. Instead of getting people off the street, we're gonna actually be putting out a sign and we're gonna be waiting for them.
Now all we have to do is wait.
An interview?
Someone's here! Hi, welcome.
Oh yeah, I saw that you wanted someone to interview.
Oh yeah, come inside, come inside.
So let's just start this off. We're gonna be quick. The first question is, what was the most surprising or interesting thing you learned in these resources?
Well, for the most surprising thing I learned about pipelines from the CBC coverage was that a pipeline could cause so much damage and destruction. And then for electric grid from Video Vice News was something that I found interesting was that they had no energy for a while, and he had to adapt pretty quickly instead of waiting for it to come on, like he was like used to this. I also liked how he said, like, we have lived without energy before and we can do that now. And then also I found interesting about the energy distribution disaster case was from Campfire and like San Bruno Pipeline's website was that both incidents were because of PG&E.
The second question is, what or who are some of the most important variables that are contributing to the energy system problem?
I think the most important variables that are contributing to the energy system problem are pipelines, because they move one hydrocarbon to another well site. So technically, they distribute fluids from one place to another, and I found this from pipeline incidents and resident safety. And then also, I think that the most important variables that are another important variable that is contributing to the energy system is power plants and energy companies. There's information on power outage on the East Coast, and then lastly, another variable that I think is contributing to the energy system is companies like PG&E.
What evidence or data were you able to find in these resources of how ecosystems and biodiversity are impacted by the energy problem?
Well, one piece of evidence that I found shows how ecosystems are impacted by the energy problem. And when there wasn't any power in New York City 15 years ago, the people in New York couldn't do a lot of things, like travel, and it was as if they were helpless. This resource was from Power Outage on the East Coast. And then, let's see, another piece of evidence I found was how ecosystems are impacted by energy problems. Is that it can cause a lot of destruction, like the Woolsey fire in Paradise, which caused a lot of people to leave their homes. And this is from the resource Campfires. My last piece of evidence is that even though the pipelines have a lot of incidents, we still use it for energy purposes. This is from Pipeline Incidents and Resident Safety.
What is 3 pieces of evidence that show how people are impacted by the energy problem?
Well, first of all, in Puerto Rico, lots of families are used to having energy go in and out, and so they would be prepared for this. I found this in Video Vice News. And my second piece of evidence is when there was a power outage in New York, people weren't prepared because this is something that doesn't happen as much as it does in Puerto Rico. I found this in Power Outage on the East Coast. My last piece of evidence I found is that lots of cities have had fires because of usage of energy or for gas, like the fires and pipeline explosions in San Bruno and Paradise. I found this in Campfires and San Bruno Pipeline Resources.
Where do you see opportunities for change in the energy system?
Well, From what I learned about energy distribution, I see opportunities for change by using less resources like natural gas, hydrocarbons, and pipelines. Also, using renewable energy like windmills for transporting fuels and solar panels for energy.
If you could teach someone else the important things to know about these issues, what would you teach them?
Well, I would teach them that the most important thing about energy is that it's ruining our planet and not everyone has the benefit of using it. And also that it can be dangerous to have these types of energy sources and can affect us from using them.
Well, thank you for being in our interview. It was really, really nice having you.
Don't I get my money?
No, you don't. Leave!
Then bye!